Welcome back, Rankers. How are you going? Been another big week, but I've got a gift for you. Well, if you're a Shopify merchant, that is. And that is SKAW is now free for all Shopify merchants. You get access to the full AI activity of the agents on your site, what products they're looking at, what products they're looking at most frequently. That was a really interesting one for me, is looking and seeing that some bots would frequent one product a lot more than the others. We're still digging into that to find out why. You still get the full. One of the reasons that I built SKAW was because I wanted to see what the AI bots were doing. Like, we hear all this talk of SEO, AEO, GEO, EIEIO, all of these acronyms out there, but are the bots actually visiting my site? What products are they visiting? Are they seeing all the products? And there's no way to really do that eloquently at this stage with the large language models, because they hallucinate, they get lazy, all sorts of things. So at least this way we can see, okay, they visited that page, so that's not a problem. They know it exists. And then you can start looking at the other things to go, okay, well, if I'm not getting traffic from, say, ChatGPT or Perplexity or Claude or Google, whatever, to this page, what's wrong with it? And that's the next level of SKAW, which shows you how you can improve those product pages so they're more AI friendly and more AI ready. And this includes things, just simple things like we found a lot of clients have really, really short descriptions, which, for a bearing kit, what are you going to say? Well, you can say a lot more than 15 words, which is, in some instances, we had a clip in one particular client, and we updated the description on that, and all of a sudden it starts getting more organic traffic, right, from Google. So doing these things for the agents influences Google as well, because Google's seeing the same stuff. So we're not SKAW, when you take a prompt from SKAW and you give it to Sidekick in Shopify, and Sidekick then goes and helps you edit the page. And new descriptions, suggested meta fields, suggested product category types, all those sorts of things. And this isn't stuff we normally would have looked at this depth, but now we can. Because not only can we look at it at depth, we can also take that output prompt from SKAW and you can give it to Sidekick, but you can also go and give it to your favorite agent, which is what I do. I give it to Hermes, and Hermes at the moment is using GPT 5.4 as its main model. And using the Shopify AI Toolkit, it can then go and fix these things at scale. So to give you an example of what happened last week, we ran a check with SKAW on a particular client, and we noticed some issues with the Google Ads feed. And so we took the prompt from SKAW and I gave it to my Hermes agent. And because my Hermes agent's got the Shopify AI Toolkit, it can go and have a look at that report. And I went and had a look at that report. It said, yes, that's a problem. Yes, we can fix that. Yes, we can fix that. But actually, there's a bigger problem here. And that surfaced because we were looking for the issues with SKAW and trying to fix them. And then the Hermes agent and the Shopify AI Toolkit saw that that problem was actually related to another problem as well. And that was across about 1,000 products. And that was my first use of the Shopify AI Toolkit. So it took a while for me to tentatively check, yes. Now I've got a skill built in Hermes for doing those sorts of things and using the Shopify AI Toolkit. And every time I do a new task, I get a new skill built. So my agent is improving over time and it's getting better and better at what it does. So yesterday, based on what I was seeing in SKAW, I said, okay, now I want to do a health check on this particular element that SKAW had surfaced for this particular client. And it went and did that, gave me the report, and then it said, do you want me to do all your other Shopify clients? And I said, well, yes, I do. And it just went and did them all. And I had these reports in 10 minutes. And they're accurate. I've checked them. And I mean, there's some things in there in the report that it's flagged, which needed to be flagged, but it's like that for a reason. But I was talking to a client today actually, and he's saying the same thing. Like, he's using it extensively in his business. Just retiring old manual processes, getting Claude code to build scripts and things to automate a lot of the processes around inventory and all that sort of stuff. in his work and reporting, internal reporting as well. And it's all scheduled for him. And this is the beauty of it. When you have your own agent, he's using Hermes as well and Claude Code like me. When you have your own agent and it gets smarter over time, you can also just get it to, schedule cron jobs. And you can do that with the other platforms, like, on a Monday morning, I want this report in my inbox. You can do that, but the problem that I find with the big platforms is the rules and restrictions or the pricing changes that might come in every now and again. So that's why I've got this dual, I've still got a ChatGPT account, only one now. And I've still got Claude accounts, and we've got a Claude Teams account as well. So every member of the team has their own personalized agent, and that is designed and has skills for their role. So it's like just having this personal assistant where you go back and forth with, a really smart personal assistant, that you go back and forth with, and it gets things done for you. So for me, the memory I've got in Hermes is now better than what's in Claude Code. And it's recalled to be able to go and do that task of, do you want me to go and do all the other Shopify clients? So I'm like, yes. And it knew where the clients were, it knew the names of the clients, it knew the Shopify store name, it knew everything, and it just went through and did it. And it came back, and I went, yeah, that's great. And as I said to my client today in a meeting, I said, I don't see this thing where it's going to take all our jobs, because I am busier than ever, and so is he. He's sitting up to 2 a.m. coding. And a lot of people who run their own businesses are doing that, right? Because they see the opportunity. So I would encourage you to use the tools. But I'd love to know what you think of SKAW if you're on Shopify, and I'd love any feedback and any improvements you want. I'm pushing out updates all the time based on just my own use. And yeah, I'd love to hear your experience with it and any improvements that we can make in it as well. Let me know. And thank you very much. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, and always tell your friends. And I really appreciate all the feedback. Thanks very much. Bye.